Today's story is going to be about a very famous jail in Ontario. It's called London Exeter Jail. So, in this jail, since 2009 to 2022, 21 inmates have died in this jail. Um, it's my brother has spent a lot of time in this jail. A lot of his years have been spent in this jail. So the guy I'm going to be speaking about today, my brother knows very well, and I went to high school with his brother, and I was very close to his brother in those days. I haven't talked to him um, since those days, but he had done something for me as a kid that I'll never forget. But yeah, so this jail is so notorious for this stuff, and it's because it's so packed, and these guards, honestly, I don't think they give a shit what goes on in there, because in this story, this could have been prevented, definitely, had that police officer or correction officer who was working nights had did his rounds properly. So this guy, I'm not saying anything that's not hasn't been heard. He did an interview with it's a news organization that's from London. So so yeah, you could find this stuff yourself if you want. You can look it up. I am gonna obviously insert pictures and whatnot so that you can see what I'm talking about. But so anyways, his name is Anthony, and that's about as much as I'm gonna say. His name's Anthony, and he was housed with another male named Adam, and uh, there was issues at another jail in Sarnia with Adam. So Adam was transferred to London, and usually those two jails you get transferred from Sarnia. If you go to Sarnia jail, you get transferred to London. Most cases, like if you have um, a long court, like a long wait process for your court. Um, Sorry, I'm just enjoying my coffee. But so yeah, this guy, you know, he had done some stuff on the streets that I guess you could say rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm not down with that either. And I don't think it needs to be shared. I don't think his family would like that. But anyways, so you know, they watched. Adam was housed with, um, was bunky with Anthony, and the play horse just I'll say play horse just kept ramping up. There's videos of the guard standing there while Anthony had Adam in a full naked rear choke and choked him out and laid him out on the floor, and the guard did nothing. So there's footage of this stuff. The whole thing was captured on CTV camera. You can't see much, but in that small window, you can see enough. So these guys that were housed with these two while this happened are they have gone through PTSD because they tried to stop this. Anthony was so out of his mind on liquor from homemade like wine from that you make apples, oranges, whatever you can get your hands on, some sugar. Usually Jolly Ranchers and stuff, but that comes on Canteen. So Anthony said that in his interview that he had drank so much that he was just out of it. And I think that's he's telling the truth because not only did he not like Adam, but you throw that on top of it, and he's native, and it's a stereotype around here. My brother's native. Natives can't drink, and I know that from growing up with them. And also my brother, he can't drink at all. He can't handle his liquor. He tries, but he can't. But anyways, so in the video, you can see a bunch of scuffling going on. So when they got locked down, usually lockdowns like after dinner, so you'll watch some TV. So locked down 7, 8 o'clock, right? Um, Depending on where you're at and where you're housed. Um, 'Cause sometimes it's 23 and 1 means 23 hours you're locked down and 1 hour out. That's usually your protective custodies, the whole stuff like that. But so this guy got drunk, beat the living shit out of this guy, tortured him because from what witness statements say is that they were pounding on the door trying to get somebody's attention to stop this, and Adam was, you know, begging for his life for as long as he was alive. Um, Only the guys on there know when the sound stops. I don't. It doesn't show anywhere. I can't research any of that. I can't find that. But yeah. So like in the morning time, when it came time to when they unlock the door, you can see in the video the guard unlocks each door, each door, each door, and everybody comes out of their cell and they're all looking at that cell because they know what took place. They didn't know that this guy had killed them. They didn't know that yet. Well, you see in the video all of a sudden Anthony come out with Adam's body on um, on a sheet, and he drags him out of his cell all the way around the corner, and this is on CTV, and then props him up in the shower room, right? And then proceeds to walk back to his cell, and some of the other guys were acting like, here's this to help clean up the blood, because there was a blood trail. So you can see you can see Anthony mopping the blood trail and cleaning up his cell. You can see him wiping with his foot, with a cloth, and trying to clean up the scene. But it's all on CTV, and they're gonna find that body, and it was just you can tell that like every killer has always said, I didn't know what to do, and this story this video shows that, because he should have just left the body in the cell, and you know what I mean. This is his cellmate, and first thing in the morning he shows up dead, and all they gotta do is look back on CTV, and they'll find it. But the news also did an interview with one of the inmates that were housed in that housing section, and we call them pods, or not pods. We call them either way. So yeah, he was locked down in one of these cells that he heard and listened all night of Adam being beat and begging for his life, and he has trauma from it now, and it's crazy that they have a jail that 21 inmates in Ontario. Like, Canada's jail system's no joke either. We always hear about California. The penitentiary system there is crazy, right? Yeah, well, Canada's got a lot of stories. It's real too. Yeah, especially if you haven't been down for a long time, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, you know what I'm talking about. But this is just one jail. Like, this is just a jail. This isn't a penitentiary. Usually penitentiaries are, a little bit more relaxed. There's people there doing a longer time, so they want to do their time and go home, right? When you're in jail, you have nothing to do but horse around and get into trouble. I know firsthand experience. But anyways, I just wanted to share this story because I thought it was, not interesting, but something that, for somebody that hasn't lived that type of life or anything like that, it would be interesting, and it's sad all at the same time. So I just wanted to share this story. Thank you for listening.